The Accuser Interceptor, my least used model in my Enforcer 28mm army for firefight. Took it to one tournament. It was fine, but you'll notice a slightly different color than some of the stuff I've been painting recently. This is my old paint scheme for my Enforcers, and I haven't had the heart to repaint this Accuser yet. But we're going to apply basically the same style of paint scheme to our epic Accuser. Same as always, black prime, Payne's gray base, blue-white zenithal. Let's go ahead and get some color on this. First and foremost, we want to bring out some of the details that are kind of muted out by the overall white zenithal. So we're going to take a slightly watered down Payne's gray wash and apply this to the body of the Accuser. We don't want to let it pool on the top areas. We still want those to remain relatively pristine and white. If you're not using this exact same paint scheme, obviously you could do a black wash or a blue wash or whatever base color you're using for your model to kind of bring out those details. Using the 28mm model as a point of reference, there's not a lot of Payne's gray that's going to go into this. We're going to leave it as the undercoat and just to kind of shift the hue of the overall white a little bit. So we're going to go straight into the black red, and we're just going to start picking out some of these details across the body of the Accuser. Next up, we're going to go over to our pure blue-white, and we're going to use this to apply some edge highlighting to the body of the Accuser. Thin down paint, nice tight brush, just keep your lines to the edge, working with the side of your brush, just to pick out those edges and really pronounce the details along the edges of the model. It's a nice little step. It's not entirely necessary if you're speeding for a tabletop army, but it's a nice touch considering how little effort we really have to put into getting this Accuser stable ready. Sticking with those edge highlights, we're going to mix a little bit of that blue-white into our black-red to get a highlight for the edges of the red sections on this Accuser. Now again, if you don't want to do this step and you're just looking to get bases and a wash on these to get them on the table and playing, absolutely. But it gives a little extra depth and effort into the Accuser, and it makes it look like you put way more work into it. So, optional step, but encouraged. Popping back over to our pure blue-white, we're going to apply a thin line into the canopy as well as onto the backs of the engines just to give us a base for a brighter, more vibrant glow effect off of those areas. Nabbing some speed paint Grim Black. Let's get these burst lasers based up so that they're ready to go. Here I'm going to use Pro Acryl Transparent Red for the canopy glow, but if you have any vibrant red speed paints, they'll work probably just as well, or you can just thin down whatever your most vibrant red acrylic is and achieve the same effect. While we're getting our glow on, I'm going to switch over to Sky Blue, and I'm going to apply that to the engine sections that we based white earlier. This is a nice vibrant blue and gives a really good looking bright glow off the back of the ship. In a change of pace for me, I'm going to apply some decals to these Accusers. I have some old Battletech decals just sitting around from fighting Piranha, and I've got a skull and a crossbone and another skull and like a red circle. I thought it'd be fun to differentiate my Accusers and Persecutors by using different decals on this flat area on top of the fuselage. Decals are a really cool thing if you can find some in the scale. Again, fighting Piranha is pretty reasonably priced. They do take some time to get out to you, but the scale is nice, especially for some of your armored vehicles. I didn't record myself doing it, but it's important to note that a little dab of matte varnish will help blend that decal into the model a little better, as well as keep it a little more secure and protected moving forward with the model's life. But as we can see here, we're painting the flight stem, or the base as it were. I'm choosing all black again, as I tend to do. So that means we've come to the end of yet another Let's Paint. I appreciate you taking the time to join me today, and if you enjoyed this video or found anything of value in it, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, that would also be great. About 90% of the people that view any of my content are not subscribed to the channel. More subscriptions and more likes means that the algorithm picks it up a little bit more and it gets out to a wider community. And as my goal here is to help and grow the Epic Warpath community, that would be fantastic. Also, if you like the sound of my voice, I'm joined by 4 of my friends. We've started a podcast called Pinned and Broken, focusing on Epic Warpath. Don't know why I said it like that. The podcast is also linked to my YouTube page here, so if you'd like to give that a listen, we'd appreciate that as well. Well, here we go. Let's go have a look at how they turned out. Thanks for watching.